The day Ro jumped was the first day he doubted. Doubt. In his language, it meant uncertainty, apprehension, a lack of confidence or conviction. The feeling of a squiggle in his third and fourth stomachs. In Berjivna, the trade language of the Ondu-Urgians, doubt meant a question, either a question raised or a question asked. Ondu-Urgians said things like, "Ask your doubts," or "We have 17 doubts to settle about this treaty with the Gendamese." The Gendamese had 22 common languages across 3 species. In one of them, everything could be made negative. You could have minus doubt, which roughly meant self-assurance or security. Another of their tongues used the word doubt as a slang question tag. You get me, doubt? Undoubt. The Khoi people had only one language and didn't name it. Why did you need a name for something self-evident? The closest concept to doubt in their language roughly meant miasma. They didn't have words for abstract concepts. They had sensory metaphors. You weren't happy. You were the sound of trilling. You weren't in love. You were enveloped by warmth. Sound and warmth themselves were odd translations, since both species of the Khoi had cell splinters that would break apart not very far above absolute zero. The literal translation of warmth was a numerical measurement a fraction of a degree above nothing. Warm to the Khoi, perhaps, but a death sentence to most other species in the conglomerate. Except the star-eaters. The star-eaters, those most studied and least known. Beings born of nebula and cold vacuum. The star-eaters had at least 19 gestural words and phrases that meant some variation of doubt. Doubt of place, doubt of identity, doubt of purpose. Ro scuffed against the clay where he lay claw-curled on the surface, not precisely hiding from his teachers, and hitched himself around to snuff at the hazy sky. None of those words meant his own people's concept of doubt. Not really. Their learning at the Warren stressed it over and over. Language is unpaired. It will not match like a converted measurement. Only clouds of overlapping colored meaning that, in their shifting, might briefly end up combining to form almost the same hue as a word or phrase or gesture or semantic unit in the other language. That seemed obvious to Ro, but his seniors didn't like him saying so.